what has been, and it's probably the answer is probably it's always evolving, but what has been, or in your mind, or in your thought, since becoming a member of the Detroit City Council, your primary focus?
Um, Again, I would go back to engagement. Engagement. We have too many of our residents feel like they're on the outside looking in, and they're not a part of the process. We might not agree on what the eventual vote will be, for as a council member. But what I will promise you is that you will never be in the dark on why I do what I do, how I do what I do, and I'm going to include you. I'm going to ask you how you feel about it. So that's why to me it was so important to have those three community meetings
Mm-hmm.
every month because we test drive stuff,
Mm-hmm.
in those meetings. Hey, we're thinking about this community, and we have about 45, 50, 60 people who show up to our meetings on every first and third Friday, and we average about 100 or so folks at our Saturday meeting. So it's not a small meeting whatsoever, and we're there for about 2.5 hours,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes 3 hours, and we retain about 90% of the folks. So this is we know this is the information that they need, that they want, and these are the folks that are taking it back to the community. So I would say the thing that I'm most proud about is the way that I have created a space for engagement where the engagement is both ways,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not just me saying things and saying, okay, goodbye, everybody. It's not just the community yelling at me,
Yeah.
and me running out the room. It's truly some dialogue. It's a relationship. Like we're embedded, a true relationship. So I would say that, and because of these meetings that I began, we have folks who live in different parts of the district who are now working with each other. And if there's something that's going on in this neighborhood over here, let's say, for instance, they're fighting a liquor store being opening in their neighborhood in this community. Well, now you're not just relying on your neighbors on your block. You got all these other neighborhoods who are riding with you as well, and we've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns from 5 or 6 people who are saying, we don't want this in the neighborhood to 100, 200, 500 letters being written because now everyone recognizes that the success of their neighborhood really depends on the success of all the neighborhoods. If one neighborhood fails, it brings down all of us. So again, it's all about that connectivity, and that's the thing I've been the most proud about, man. I love that to see communities working together.
Yeah, yeah, and I always believe and feel in my heart you can get way more done working together than you can working divided or separately. Case in point, you a pretty muscular guy.
Ah,
That chair right there, I'm pretty sure you can pick it up and move it to whatever it needs to be moved to. But if we picked it up together, it'd be that much more easier.
yeah,
The load would be that much more lighter, and the distance we can go will be that much farther.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's that's why I love being a part of the legislative body, right? I've been on council now for 15 years, and I continue to get people ask, "Why didn't you run for mayor? Why didn't you run for mayor?" And very flattering, but it's not a desire of mine whatsoever. The mayor is the chief executive. All due respect, 100%. But I love being a part of a body because of being a part of a body is the check, to the mayor's power.
Mm.
But we also collectively have the ability to uh, bring all of our ideas together to create policy that may end up having to force the mayor to move in a certain direction that he or she did not want to move in. We have the power collectively within our various districts to reach folks in every part of the city. I love that ability, and I love that opportunity. I don't think we've maximized it. I truly don't, as a legislative body. In this upcoming term, again, it feels weird saying it like, already it's done, but in this upcoming term, that is exactly what I would like to do. And I'm gonna put it out there right now and not shy about it. I'm going to be looking for my colleagues to, support me as city council president.
Yeah.
And I've been there, I've done the work. I'm all about being fair. I'm all about bridging the community and various different entities, whether it's, again, the executive branch, legislative branch. Nobody's bigger than anybody else. It's all about us working together. And that's my philosophy. That's how I've worked up to this point, and would love to have the ability to do that on a higher level, even as, I'm pro tem now.
Yeah.
Would love to be elevated in that position. But that's up to my colleagues.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm not a colleague and will work hand in hand with you in City Hall, but I will say, from what I've seen from day one, not only you have put in the work, but you are serious about the work. And that's an entity in itself that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people don't have. I mean, your passion for what you do and your purpose for what you do, it resonates with everybody you talk to. And that just being point blank, bottom line, honest. Now, this not a gripe. This more so of a question, being how you are very involved, and you are the city council president pro tem. It's a lot of new development going on downtown. A lot of new condo apartments, all that. And the price is astronomical.
Yeah.
And so I'm not confused. I get it, but I don't get it, if that makes sense.
It's downtown.
Okay.
You're gonna see. I mean, no matter what downtown you go to, it's gonna be the high rent area. So let's not confuse ourselves. And in this downtown, it's the place where you have the riverfront. You've got the stadium. You got the restaurants, and you got the central business district. So you have all of these attributes that contribute to things being more expensive. I mean, Riverwalk, which is beautiful, and further development. We're seeing development in our neighborhoods, and I'm saying this as of course, I may be biased, in this statement, but there's development that's happening in our neighborhood. It just looks differently. It looks differently than it does down here, because when you talk about neighborhoods, you're also talking about having to address concerns in a different way, right? So in my neighborhood, I don't want a skyscraper in my neighborhood. I don't want one of these large, huge structures in my neighborhood. What I want, I like a park. I love park. I love open space, and we have rehabbed pretty much all of our parks. You got walking spaces.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. So
I gotta agree.
We got an opportunity to get back in touch with nature. We are in a housing crisis in the city of Detroit. Whether you talk about downtown, midtown, anywhere in the city of Detroit, my neighborhood in District 1, farthest northwestern part of the city, east side, southwest, we're in a housing crisis. Now, we're not in a bubble by ourselves in Detroit.
Yeah.
It's a big housing crisis around this country, but I'm a Detroit legislator, so this is where my eyeballs are.
Absolutely.
Right? That's where we've got to figure out how to get these costs down. I mean, we're tinkering with things here and there, and I know folks say, you're giving away money. We don't give away money. What we do is give a reduction in taxes to help close and seal the deal so we can get movement on that thing that, for the most part, let's say it's been vacant for 30 years. It's been vacant for 30 years for a reason.
Right, right.
For a reason. So how do we actually close the deal? So if we can't give money, which we don't want to do that, what can we do? And especially, and then what are you giving back? What's the give back? Is it jobs? Is it affordable housing? Is it, again, bringing back, part of it, bringing back into productive use a space that has been not relevant for decades.
Right.
And actually bringing down the community and the neighborhood for decades. So all of those things are things that we have to think about. But you're seeing the development that's happening in the neighborhoods. We have multifamily developments that's happening in District 1. We want more single-family houses. Detroit is known to be was known for many years to be the headquarters, if you will, of single-family dwellings in this country. And, we had all the economic turmoil that flipped things upside down, and it changed things a whole lot. So now we got to figure out, as a community, how do we bring down those costs? How do we bring down the costs, I don't know, of materials? We can't do that in the city of Detroit. That's bigger than us. That's supply chain stuff. Again, that's that guy they put in the office, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That counts. Labor costs, that's huge. We believe in organized labor, and I'm not, I'm unapologetic in that. But when you have organized labor, it costs more because of the true regulations and the safety measures that they thankfully have brought about and the fair wages that they brought about, but it costs more.
Yeah.
It costs more than non-organized labor. And then just the banks, the lenders. The lenders are charging this interest, and they want 7%, no less than 7% return on their investment. So now those items, those things, everything costs so much, whether it's downtown or in my part of the part of the city of Detroit, the costs are the same. The costs are the same. So if I am Mr. and Mrs. Developer and I have resources and I am trying to recoup those resources, where am I going to put my project? In my in your neighborhood, James Tate, or am I going to try to figure out a way to put it down here in downtown, midtown?
Maximize profit.
You're going to try to maximize that, to get that return on your investment.
Absolutely.
I'm not mad at that, but what we have to do, again, is identify how to bust that ceiling, if you will, or bust those walls to address those things that we don't have all that control over. Again, materials, the labor costs, the lending percent, all of that are things that we can't necessarily affect solely in the city of Detroit. So working with our legislators across the board is key as well.
And you hit it right on the head. You're saying some key words: educate, working with, collaborating, and so once again, you're preaching togetherness.
Yes, sir.
And that's the only way that we can really not only create a change, but keep the change that we created if we do it together. But we have to be educated on what it is we're trying to do, so we'll better have the tools and resources to be able to do what it is that we're trying to do, whatever that may be. Now, it's a segment of the show. It's called 2-Minute Drill, my brother. 2-Minute Drill. And so
I heard about this segment, man.
on this portion of the show, 2-Minute Drill, you're gonna be thrown some questions, and when you answer, I need you to say it with your chest.
Say it with my chest.
Say it with your chest. So I don't got to stop watching me right now, but I got it in my head, and so here we go. Let's get started. So, the GOAT basketball. You got Michael Jordan, or you got LeBron. Why?
I got Michael Jordan because that was my era. That was my era. I saw Jordan destroy the Pistons, unfortunately, and I love the Pistons Bad Boys. I think one of the best teams ever with that defensive prowess that they had, and Jordan was able to break through it. So it was tough ball. They did their thing. I would say Jordan.
Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac all day long. I got him in my car right now.
All eyes on me. That's what I'm talking about. Martin or Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, Martin. Yeah, I was Martin.
That's
I like Fresh Prince, but Martin had a little bit more edge to it. I could see myself more in the characters on Martin.
Good Times or the Jeffersons?
Good times. Good times. Yeah, I like Good
Ain't
Times.
we lucky we got them.
No, but both of them had some real nice.
Yeah, for
songs,
sure.
All right, so both of them had real nice things. But I think the complexities of the Good Times, I think, attracted me more.
Okay.
Family dynamics, when Michael went to got recruited to the gang and JJ got shot, and that's deep.
I don't eat neither of them, but I used to, because you know how we grew up. We from the city, and you know how grandmama and them and did, big mama and them. Fried chicken or fried pork chop?
Neither. I'm a pescatarian.
Yeah, I don't eat neither of them neither. But okay, so so let me say this: what salmon or catfish?
Depends on what day it is. So, I mean, if it's weekend, it's catfish.
Yeah.
If it's during the week, it's salmon.
Okay.
I cook a whole salmon, but on the weekend, fried catfish, hit the right spot.
Kings of comedy, right? That's epic. But who is your king of comedy? For me, it's Red Fox. Who for you? Who is it?
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah, I like Bernie Mac because I think Bernie he was a storyteller. Bernie Mac also never skipped a beat whatsoever. Can catch a hit, and I love the evolution of his career as well. When he had the Bernie Mac show, man, that was art.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful display of black family, black love. But it wasn't just syrup and syrupy sweet. It was real. So
And you know that that show like depicted his actual life,
yeah.
like in real life. So I mean, it was a show, but that was his real life. That was how his life was.
I'm Team Bernie.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bernie
All right.
Mac.
All right. All right. All right. Nas or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Longevity. Can't beat that. 15 years in the game, baby.
Okay. 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 Hove did. Hey, so, last one. Who would do it for you in terms of, like, you would look twice at? Let me be clear on that. We going with Halle Berry or Rihanna?
Oh, man.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I know. So, I'll say Halle Berry.
Okay.
I'll say Halle Berry.
Okay.
Because I don't think she's married, so I don't want to be saying anything about somebody's wife.
Amen. Amen.
Well,
Amen.
hold on, I'm married, so my wife, I want her to know that I'm not. That was a question I had to answer.
Miss Tate, listen, I asked for permission to ask that question before I asked it, okay? So listen, anything that you want to say before we go to the people, how can they contact you? Any initiatives that you got going on? Anything that they can be a part of? We talked about working together with, getting engaged and getting educated.
I just first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
And again, man,
Thank you.
we haven't seen each other for a minute.
It's been a minute.
We got to connect. So I love the fact that we're doing this, and love to see the evolution of you.
Thank you.
As well. I think that's important for us to recognize and say that to each other. Love you, brother.
Yeah, love you too.
I just want to continue to just work and do this. What I think God has put me in a position to do. Because I wouldn't have chosen this for my life. So it's clearly not something that I'm doing for ego or anything like that. If folks want to get in touch with us, we're on the socials, Councilman Tate Jr., all of the platforms. You can always give us a call. Got to do the old school way for folks. 313-224-1027. But we answer. We answer. All right. So that's important. We answer the phone and we call you back. But we just want to be able to be the best servants that we can for the residents of the city of Detroit. And I appreciate those who believe in me and who have believed in me and given me an opportunity to get to this point. And I will do everything I can to continue not to let you down.
Thank you, my good brother. I believed in you then. Let's put some clarity on it. I believe in you when I had hair.
Yeah.
And I still believe in you even though I don't have any hair.
Yes, sir.
So appreciate you once again. Thank you for taking time out of your day, out of your life, and to be with us on the Say It With Your Chest podcast. Reporting live from the Hot Sam's headquarters in downtown Detroit. And remember, when you say it,
Yeah, with your chest.
say it with your chest.